And we are live. Shout out to Melanie. Hey, once again, this is your man Quicksilva. You already know what it is. 92Q.com. Great friend of mine. You probably know him by now, but I'll allow him to introduce himself because this is probably our 30,000th time having things like this.
Yeah, Ryan Wagner, the national ambassador for the Guinness Open Gate Brewery here in Baltimore.
Absolutely. Now, of course, last time we were here, we talked about St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
How'd they go?
It's Guinness, man. St. Patrick's Day was amazing. We did, so I don't know if you remember, we did 17 days in the month of March. We wanted to spread it out and give people a chance. We were just shy, and kind of bummed out, just shy of 20,000 people through in 17 days. So it was remarkable, man. We had a great time. Everybody celebrated safely. We had some great music, great beer. It was a wonderful month.
I'm glad that went well. But today we're here to talk about this new, it depends on who you ask. Some people say Sorrel, some people say Sorrel. But you have a new Sorrel beer collaboration that's absolutely amazing. Can I sip it first before we talk about it?
Yeah, of course.
Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly. And if you have too much to drink, don't worry. They have lift share here that can get you home. So
I want to make sure people can see the color at home. It's kind of hard to see on this camera. This beer is like dark fuchsia. Like it's a beautiful beer in the cup. The head is similar in color.
What I'm going to say, because we're Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to say it's like Ravens purple almost. Something like that.
Yeah, it's so this is a beer that's it's for anybody out there who's of Jamaican heritage, and Quick, you and I have been talking about this a lot. This is something that you're going to be familiar with, right? Absolutely. And for me, it was something that was brand new to me. This is a beer for us that's brewed with a lot of hibiscus. That's where the color comes from. Also orange peel, ginger, and then cloves. So a little bit of spice, a little bit of floral, a little bit of that citrus character. We're calling it Sorrel Spring Ale because that's the time of year, right? You want something that's a little bit lighter, a little bit more refreshing. It's got that citrus character. And I was talking to Melanie, our very good friend and the best camera woman that ever existed.
Come here, Melanie. I want everybody to say hi to Melanie.
Hi guys.
She's amazing, by the way.
So Melanie was she's been a huge help for us with this beer because she's tried it kind of throughout its life in the tanks and as it was brewing and everything else. And every time we've given it to Melanie, she's like, "Yep, that's spot on. That's exactly what it should be." So, and I hear now we should have punched the ginger up a little bit talking to you.
And I'm not mad at the flavor. I think ginger for me, when I think Sorrel like by itself, I want the ginger. But with this, I like the most is that it doesn't taste beery, if that makes sense, but I still can tell that it's beer. So it has that little bit of beer taste. So if you're a beer lover, you'll enjoy this. If you're not a beer lover, you'll enjoy this.
Yeah.
So this is one of those that I would put the Quicksilva stamp on this one. Is this available now?
Yeah, so it's debuting today. So Thursday, March 22nd, I believe is today's date.
Yes.
And we're going to eventually have this in cans for people to take home in cans. But that's going to be probably 3 weeks or so from now. We'll make sure that everybody's aware of that. We'll let you know too. This one is just draft only. So if you want to try this one, you got to come see us at the brewery. As you and I have talked a lot about, it's as safe an environment as you're going to find right now. COVID is still very much a part of what we're doing. For better or for worse, but we've gotten pretty good at making people feel safe. So a big shout out, though, to our team here. We brought together a diverse group of folks, our staff from the packaging side, from the production side. And it was one of those people he's a Jamaican guy who came in and he's like, if we're going to brew a beer, we should make some sorrel. And I think everybody on the brewing team went, what? Like what? And so as we learned more about it, we figured out what this was. And this is the next installment in what's called the Allyship Through Collaboration series. Okay. So you've heard me talk about Jackie and Courtney were the first one. That was the sweet potato pie brown ale. You tried the black IPA with tangerines, which was great. No, so that one's gone. The great thing about this project, or the bad, I mean, depending on who you ask, it's great because we've been able to raise a lot of money for JOTF, the Job Opportunities Task Force. We've been working with some amazing people in the BIPOC community, kind of elevating marginalized communities that need their faces and voices seen and heard. The bad news is these beers sell out. Like so that.
Once they come out for a limited time, and then once they're gone, they're gone.
I would say the good news for this one is you're going to be able to try it on draft, and then we're going to let you know when the package is coming, when the cans are coming, so you can come back and grab the cans. But for instance, the last one of these that we released, this is the 4th installment in this series. The 3rd one was with a woman named Alicia January, who's discovered Charm City. Lemon pound cake ale. Her stepfather makes a lemon pound cake that's very special to her and her family. That beer sold out in 3 days. So I would say if you want to try this one on draft, try to get here this weekend, but the cans are going to be coming in a few weeks.
Now, what I would say as a businessman, if the demand is there, why not keep it going? Like, why not? If I know I sell out in 3 days, in my mind, I'm like, if this sold out in 3 days, could you imagine if we did larger quantities and made more?
Yeah, something tells me that that lemon pound cake ale might be making its way back at some point. I mean, who knows? Because if it sells out in 3 days,
Imagine we're doing
Chances
30
are
days.
it might come back. Now, I don't want to speak for the brewing team. You never know. But the good news is this project, the spirit of this project, working with BIPOC influencers and community members, continuing to raise money for organizations like JOTF. That's the spirit of this project is going to move forward. We're next month releasing a coffee Schwartz beer that's brewed with JOTF. They're the collaborators on that one, raising money for themselves, which is great. And then the last one, we're working with a woman named Jasmine Norton. We were talking about her earlier. Jasmine runs the Urban Oyster Company, and she's the only BIPOC woman owner of an oyster bar in the United States.
Absolutely.
Chef Cam is coming in right behind me with some amazing food.
So this is great. This is like, I think I'm going to come to Guinness Brewery a lot more often because they give me beer and they give me food, and I'm kind of an easy guy to please when it comes to beer and food. Once again, if you just tuned in, my name is Quicksilva Ryan. We're live from Guinness Brewery in Baltimore. The website, in case you need more information,
Guinness Brewery, I'm staring at
Guinness
Brewery, Baltimore.com. And can we grab, Chef Gino, can you just, if you want to be on camera, that's awesome. If not, can you just tell us what we're looking at right here? Because I know you made it special for today.
All right, so up front we have a hibiscus or the sorrel beer as a vinaigrette with some macerated strawberries with some fresh lime.
I was going to say, I sent some of the beer up to you. You incorporated it into the dressing, right?
Absolutely.
Pretty incredible.
We have some torn mint and grilled feta to finish that off. Here we have a lobster roll with a Moroccan aioli with sliced grapes and celery, and plantain chips dusted in togarashi. To the left, we have some jerk chicken. We have a fresh herb jerk sauce made at the bottom with some macerated mangoes and Fresno chilies.
Amazing.
Now, is this all mine, or I have to share this with?
I'll work here. I'll go. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
So actually, the one that everything sounds amazing, but I've been thinking about jerk seasoning with this beer. I love jerk seasoning, and it's can you not? Yeah. So I was going to grab this, and I knew it was going to be hot, and it's not. So you got these are the wings with the jerk seasoning. The sauce underneath.
From here.
Yeah. Lobster roll here with plantain chips. Make sure people can see that. And then finally, I'll let you hold that one up. It's a gorgeous plate. So grilled feta, strawberries, and they incorporated the beer into Chef Cam. Thank you very much. And so
in just a second when we're done this, I'm absolutely going to eat this food. I don't want you to think this is prop food. No. This is not prop food. It smells amazing. It smells just as good as it looks, so I can't wait to actually taste it.
The jerk seasoning, I'm such a fan of jerk seasoning.
Same
I
here.
love it on everything. And
absolutely.
So like smelling that with the beer.
Shout out to Angel. Angel said it looks amazing. Angel, you need to come here and actually try this food. So, and I think that's what I like most about Guinness is that a lot of times when you hear Guinness, you think beer, but this is a place you can come and really bring your friends, bring your family, make a day out of it. You can come eat. You can come walk around.
Yeah, I mean, we're still very much, following COVID protocols. So that part, in terms of wandering around and taking a look at the place, that makes it really tough because the state says that we have to keep people at their tables right now. But that being said, you mentioned families, man. We're here talking about Jamaican heritage and people's cultures and family traditions. Guinness is a part of that. You mentioned going to the Caribbean and drinking Guinness beer. Guinness has been a global brand forever. And so we are very much a part of the dinner table, part of the gatherings in the backyard. And so when you come here to the brewery, we want that same spirit to be alive. We want people to share this experience with their family, with their friends, do it in a safe way right now, of course. But I think right now, we just need to put everything down for a minute, and to leave the bags at the door for a second. They're still going to be waiting for you when you leave.
Exactly.
But if you come here, we're going to give you some great food. We're going to share not just amazing beer, but the amazing stories behind these beers. That's what makes them taste even better to me.
And I think for me, what's most exciting is that it's family friendly.
Yeah.
So you can bring the kids.
They're not going to get in the beer.
Of course, the kids can't drink. Once again, you have to be over 21 and drink responsibly. But you can bring your kids. So if you're mom and dad and I don't have a babysitter, it's okay. Bring the kids. They can still have food.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have the kids menu. We've got a lot of non-alcoholic drinks. I mean, there is something here for everybody. You've heard me say that before, man. We want this brewery to be a brewery for everybody. So if you're into beer, culture, heritage, history, local history, whatever it is, we're going to find something.
I'm looking at some of the comments. Melanie said, "This looks amazing. This jerk chicken is calling my name." Absolutely, Melanie. You need to come here to Guinness Brewery. Tell them Quicksilva said you come see Ryan, come see Melanie, and so rude not. They say, "Quick, you're so rude not to share. The food looks amazing."
That's exactly right.
Really? Oh, I'm going to talk about all of you guys on the radio today at the Rick Lock for calling me rude. We need to go with the fam. Everybody's really excited about this, and I love the energy. Whenever I come here, it's welcoming. Like I said, it's welcoming. Even though we're dealing with COVID-19 and the restrictions, you guys still make us feel safe.
Yeah.
Make us feel safe. You have the sanitizers everywhere. You have the masks for people who need them. Like, this is a place you can come and still feel safe. But I always tell people at this point with this pandemic, it's really important mentally for us to just try to feel some sense of normalcy. And you feel that here.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll give a quick shout out to the staff here. I mean, they're the heroes, right? I mean, these guys, every week it feels like we throw them a different curveball. This is something new. This is something that's changing. And our team here have just rolled with the punches, man. They still managed to bring that sense of hospitality, that spirit of Guinness that we ask them to bring every day. They do that in spite of the fact that it is an ever-changing world out there right now.
Christ. Well, once again, we're here not just to talk about the food because the food's amazing, but this new how do you say Sorrel Spring?
You tell me.
Well, I say Sorrel.
Okay.
Like with a W, but it's SORRELL.
And my guy O'Neill over here gave me it's everybody. And you know what?
Sorrel Spring
There's
Ale.
a beer here for everybody, and there's a name of this beer for everybody. We don't care what you call it as long as you stop by and try it.
For real, have you said, but it's amazing. Now, once again, one thing I always like to stress when I come here is that even if you're not a beer lover, because I'm trying to tell you, we're friends at this point. I'm not a beer drinker, but every time I've came here, I've drank beer. I'm like, I could drink this beer every day. Like, you don't have to be that old-fashioned beer taste lover to come. Now, they have that as well. They have the stout. They have everything you love about Guinness, but there's a beer for every single taste bud. If you like white wine, they have a beer they recommend. If you like red wine, they have a beer they recommend. If you like a mixed drink, they have a beer that tastes like your favorite mixed drink.
Well, we sort of had to do that. You know, we're not legally able, and I don't say this as a negative. It's just kind of it's the way the world works for us. We're not legally able to serve anything that we don't make, and we don't make spirits, we don't make wine. So our job was to create beers that, to your point, can suit everybody's palate. You know, so if somebody comes in, I like white wine, I don't really like drinking beer. Okay, try a white ale. Try a cranberry lime ale. We have a cranberry lime ale this summer right now. Try this Sorrel Spring beer. There are a million different ways that we can introduce you to beer, like we've done with you, Quick here. Yeah. There are a million different ways that we can introduce you to
beer. I'm a beer drinker now. This is crazy.
Yeah.
If you asked me a year ago, I don't like beer. Now it's like, thanks, Guinness. Now I'm a beer drinker.
We just got to give you something that's neon pink with hibiscus and orange peel and clove and ginger. That's all we need.
I'm very excited. So once again, this is available now through when?
Until it sells out. So that's the tricky thing, right? I am excited that we are kind of putting a little bit of space between the beer debuting on draft, the way that we're drinking it now, and again, those cans showing up in about 3 weeks. So there will be a bit of a break there, and I'm kind of curious to see how that goes, because I feel like people are going to show up this weekend, maybe next weekend, try this beer on draft, and then as soon as the cans drop, all of a sudden people are like, okay, let's go. We need to be there right now. So we're going to run about 100 cases of the cans. So it's 6 4-packs per case. If it's anything like lemon pound cake, it's going to be gone the weekend we debut it on cans. So I would say the sooner the better if you want to get out to try this one. But I would say without a doubt it'll be here through at least this weekend, probably next.
And Sorrel Spring Ale gets the Quicksilva stamp of approval. I'm gonna have another sip, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I think you said it's 5 o'clock in
Ireland. We're 5 hours behind Dublin, so technically it's 5 o'clock.
If you're watching this in the U.S., you're good, but in Ireland it's 5 p.m., so I can have a drink right now. Guinness is such a fun place to have a good beer. This is from Tanisha. Hey, Tanisha. I think I know her.
Yeah.
But once again, I want to say thank y'all, man. Like, really, is there anything else you want to get out here to our listeners and our viewers about not just the Sorrel Spring Ale, but whatever else Guinness has going on that we can plug out here?
So we see all the food. I think that's something people forget, right? That we do have this incredible food menu. Chef Gino, Chef Cam, all the amazing work that they do. But also, people have a ton of questions, right? When it comes to how many people can I bring? How do the tables work? What are COVID protocols like? We mentioned GuinnessBreweryBaltimore.com. That's a great place to go. If you have any questions, you can reach us on Facebook, on Instagram. That's a great place to reach out as well. Instagram is at Guinness Brewery US. On Facebook, it's Guinness Open Gate Brewery US. So there's a lot of places to go. But the other thing I always want to highlight, we still have a curbside program that's running right now. So if you're not comfortable coming out, totally understand that. This one won't be available for curbside until the cans are available, which again is in about 3 weeks. But we have food, we have beer, we can even do merchandise through the curbside. So there's a lot of different ways to get Guinness in your life right now. And then last thing I'll mention, everybody always asks us about tours, about tastings. We are finally restarting them on a really limited basis. There's a lot of, as you might guess, a lot of protocols around them. But on the website, GuinnessBreweryBaltimore.com, you probably are looking like 3 or 4 weeks out right now because everything else is booked out. But if people are looking for a tour, for a tasting, we're starting to bring them back out again.
And I always say drink responsibly. And I love the fact that you partner with Lyft. That's it. Yep. So if you come here and you have too many beers, we're not advocating to have too many beers, but in case you do, there's a Lyft here that you have a program, you get access to a discount as well. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's a number of different ways to get here safely. I would also point out, the bus runs from Baltimore City into the brewery. We have a bus stop that's right here. Wow. So if people want to use public transit, they can do that as well.
we want everybody to celebrate responsibly. There is no amount of beer that is a safe amount to drink and then drive. So the other thing I would point out is, again, we've got amazing food, great non-alcoholic drinks. Designated drivers here at this brewery are celebrated. They're some of our favorite people. So if you're not comfortable with Lyft, just find somebody that's willing to be your DD for the day, and we're going to celebrate those people while they're here.
Well, Ryan, you said it all. Once again, the Sorrel, however you want to say it, Spring Ale is available right now. It's available as of today. It's going to sell out, so I'm warning you now. Don't wait until next weekend or the weekend after, because probably by then it'll be gone, and then you're on to the next one.
Onto the cans in a couple weeks. But and again, man, this is, we say a lot around here, beer with a purpose. This is a beer with a purpose. JOTF, the Job Opportunities Task Force, elevating people, giving people opportunities to elevate themselves out of low wage jobs. Economic empowerment, man, that's something that's a key part of equality, of equity, of making people feel like they're a part of things.
And how did you guys actually start that partnership?
Yeah, so in the midst of COVID, we got there was a social uprising, long overdue, that took place. And I got to say, man, as a Baltimore kid, as somebody that is a proud member of the Guinness family, to work for an organization that not only understood the importance of the moment, but stood in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and made a commitment across the U.S., but made $1 million commitment to the Baltimore community. And so finding a way to not just spend that money, but to use that money to make an impact that was lasting and meaningful. So the way that we did that was by getting the information that we needed from the people that were in a position to tell us what to do with that money. And working with the Lewis Museum in Baltimore, which is a treasure if nobody's been down there, working with JOTF, working with BALT, the Baltimore Action Legal Team, which supports the rights of those that are arrested during social uprisings. So many different ways. The Maryland Food Bank, Visit Baltimore, and a diversity internship program, trying to bring more people of color into the hospitality space. There's a lot of different ways that we've worked, but JOTF has been a partner for us throughout this. And what I love about the JOTF partnership is over the course of these 6 months and these 6 collaborative projects, it's going to equate to $200,000 to JOTF. But they're taking part themselves in the creation of the next beer, which is a coffee Schwartz beer. So
having a beer for a purpose.
Yes, man. That's the whole goal.
And once again, Ryan, thank you so much. Everybody, Guinness Brewery, Baltimore.com is the website. Go there right now. Schedule your family to come here for the weekend. Enjoy this new Sorrel Spring Ale. Once again, must be 21 plus. Please, only drink responsibly. And if you have too much to drink, they have a Lyft, they have bus, they have so many options. To all of our designated drivers, we say thank you in advance for getting us here and back home safely. And with that being said, if you don't have any last words, I'm going to actually wrap this up so I can enjoy this great food, because this great food is smelling, absolutely amazing. And for everybody who was saying that I'm selfish for not sharing my food, I have some really strong words for you guys for 3 o'clock today, live on the radio, because I'm really a really nice guy. I'm a nice guy, right? I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten yet. So
if you think you're not sharing this with me, you got to camera turns off.
Well, thank y'all so much, man. Once again, on behalf of myself, Quicksilva, and of course the entire 92Q staff. Shout out to Guinness. Thank you, Ryan, for always being an amazing host to everybody here and the staff. You guys are absolutely amazing. Drink responsibly. Please drink responsibly. Tanisha just remind me quick. Don't tell anybody. Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly, please. Shout out to everybody in the background that makes this happen. And with that being said, you have a blessed and safe day. And I'll talk to you guys at 3 p.m. live on the radio.